Hey everyone, I am Scott Seary, copywriter and educator, coming to you with another content site teardown. Jason got in touch with me. He's got a site over here called Three Rivers Creative. Just going to go through this. I got to go kind of quick because there's a lot on this website. There's a lot of good information. There's a lot of areas where we can make it a little bit better. So we're just going to dive right into this. I'm going to shrink myself down over here to the corner and get over here. All right. First impression on this site is it needs something bigger, bolder for the site title. This kind of just blends all together. There's no logo on here. As a creative arts, creative person, I want to come here and I want to see, first thing I'll see is creativity. Something that wows me right off the bat and makes me think, yeah, these guys are creative. Second impression here, this menu is huge. There's so much here. I think about half of this could actually just be taken off of here. We'll get to that. We're just going to go through all of this. Nice scrolling portfolio, but it does go a little too fast to read these. It's only 2 sentences here, but if we can taper this down to just one sentence, just bam, here's what you want to know about portraits. Here's why you should care about portraits. Otherwise, there's actually another option that I saw. When we come down, we have latest. This doesn't seem to really be the latest. It's a static version of the portfolio up above. So my thoughts are we could probably get rid of one or the other one. We don't need this to be quite so redundant on here. It might be just a tweak you need or a new plugin. This modeling section has one extra line, which skews the next part down here. Portraits is not in line with abstract and landscapes because of this extra word actually here. But down here, I would say if you're getting rid of one, take out this scrolling stuff and just keep your portfolio right here. Somebody can quickly, easily, then you get these 2-3 sentences rather than having to reduce everything down. You get all the words in there that you really need. You might want to even take out these dates. That's probably where it's pulling the latest from. If you can get rid of those dates, then now it's just a portfolio, quick snapshot. Oops, I actually clicked on that. Quick snapshot that shows what you do in all the different areas. Simple homepage, that's actually all there is. There's no more down here. Quick and easy to see. First thing I would want to see on here is up here below our menu, just something above, or replacing this scrolling thing is just a couple sentences on why are people here? Why is it awesome to work with you? What do you do? Kind of bottom line, make it so they know why they're there, what they're going to get out of the visit here. Down here underneath, throw a little bit more text on what you do, how you do it. It's not necessarily that people are going to really read that. Some probably will, but it's going to give you some more SEO juice. A lot of your SEO comes from your homepage. So some heavy hitter keywords like photographer in Pittsburgh or graphic designer from Pennsylvania, things like that are really going to grab some of those searches that people are actually looking for. We're going to go back up here. We're going to dive right into this big menu here. Note to clients. I would just scrap this completely. It's something you need. Obviously, it's a disclaimer here. We don't need it on the menu, especially when people are coming to their first thing on the menu is what they're going to click on. It's something that could easily be embedded into a onboarding and welcome email. This photography menu is very overwhelming. I'll click through these real quick since they're mostly all the same. We have abstract and it just takes us right to this portfolio of the abstract work. But there's no words on here. Something that tells me what this is all about and why somebody would be here. Why would I want to order the abstract photography? Same thing, entertainers and promotional. landscapes, all this stuff. A good portfolio, it just needs to be designed a little bit better. But this menu is actually, this drop down is so big, I actually have to scroll to get to the bottom of it. So all of these are just portfolios, just quick descriptions if you want to leave these on here or just leave these in your photography drop down. Couple sentences on why people would want entertainers and promotional photography. Why do you want landscape photography? Why do we want portraiture events, wildlife, photo editing, any of that? The two at the bottom here are product photography, and the next one down, the remote photography. This one could be huge. Most people really suck at taking good product pictures. You just need a little bit better description here. We don't need this now. We are these kind of filler words. Just quick and easy. Why do I want to hire you to take pictures of my product when I can throw it on my kitchen table and take them with my iPhone type thing? Few more examples of your best work, and then get rid of this contact for price details. Make some packages. I want to quickly come. I don't want to have to email you, wait for you to email me back, then find out I don't really want to pay that price. $50 gets you 4 pictures type thing. So something, come up with an easy off-the-shelf product so people will convert a lot faster. Remote photography, my biggest thing was, how much of this do you actually do? Do people buy this all the time? Is it once? You've done it once in the last, since July 2017. Cool concept, but I don't think the technology is really quite there yet. Really what it seems like you're doing is you're instructing someone via Zoom just to take their own pictures. You're teaching a photography course. I think it'd be better marketed as, I'll teach you live as you go through your own photography. I'll teach you how to take these good pictures. Be a lot more lucrative for you, I believe. Let's see. Oh, down here, this menu, it's kind of messy. A better layout, better format, a better font, put it into blocks, text inside of a little square would probably be easier to read, a lot easier to look at there. Just going to move right along here into writing. I don't know if it's your site or my internet that's going kind of slow here. I believe it was working faster earlier, so it's probably my internet. I get what you're doing here with these links and these keywords, but 2 links in 1 sentence that take you back to the home page don't look very good. Makes you seem kind of disingenuous that this page is only here to create some more SEO and grab some more clicks. Change this text up. Why should somebody hire you as a writer? Why should they care? If I'm here to hire you as a writer, I don't care that you're one of the best photographers in the Pittsburgh area. I'm here for your writing abilities, not your photography skills. I would say create a different page, writer, Jason as a writer bio, and then link right to that. It doesn't have to be up here in this menu at all. It just needs to take me to your writer page rather than just back to your home page. Same thing with this graphics page. I do the little blocks layout with your writing skills there. Super easy to look at them. Maybe consider hyperlinking to the actual text instead of just having a picture. Same thing here. This just takes me back to the home page. I would say, if there's a designated designer that's not yourself, if there is, create a Jason as the graphic designer bio that you can link over to there. Another 3 sentences here. Why am I hiring you as a graphic designer as opposed to the hundreds of others out there? Especially with graphic design, I could hire somebody anywhere in the world. What's going to take me right to Jason? Why should I care about that? Let's see. VR video is super cool concept, fun idea. If you're getting business from it, I'd say keep it there. If you're not, it's probably something to move off of the website just to clean things up a little bit. Maybe a couple examples too. All we have is a stock photography picture of what's going on here. I'd like to see, not necessarily someone's personal video, but something that you shot with the full intention of converting it to VR. I'd move this sentence down a bit, and up here I'd put something along the lines of take your home movies to the net future by converting them to virtual reality, or impress your friends with the virtual reality videos of your get-togethers. Something that makes somebody say, I need that, because it's kind of still not a hugely popular item. VR is still in its infancy stages, but they can get in on the ground level. One thing I really did like was this pricing options have a wide range. Maybe get rid of that, but pricing starts at less than what you'd pay for breakfast at a local diner. It's not a specific number, but it kind of makes it more relatable. Be like, oh yeah, I could skip eating out on Saturday morning, and I could have this cool video that'll last the rest of my life. Let's see, dictionary art prints. It's a cool idea. It's a great way to create a product. I'd say change the intro up to talking about how somebody can have personalized artwork that's unique to their city or where they grew up. And I'd focus more on submitting your own picture rather than we'll grab a stock photo of your city landscape type thing. What you'll end up running into is people submitting low quality pictures, but just get a few good example versus bad example ideas in there, and you can quickly overcome that. We'll get back to a little bit on this at the very end here. Over here on pricing, we have these 3 different areas under pricing. Renting the equipment. If this isn't very popular, it seems like a great side business that should separate from your photography business. I feel it's a little putting off a little bit of a vibe of you can do this better than we can. Unless it's super lucrative, completely build a new site, photography equipment rentals in Pittsburgh. If you do keep it, or when you do move it, or if you do move it, change this first sentence. Focus on how high quality equipment will help them take better pictures. Not that we're providing this, we have this, we offer this. You can do this with better equipment, and you don't have the cost of purchasing it all. Renting the art is actually a really great idea, but I don't know that I would ever rent artwork for my house. I would say focus this on renting it out to professionals who are staging homes instead of the homeowners who just want to swap out art or try before you buy type thing. Great intro sentence could be something about create that inviting and whimsical feel for your next open house. Market that to realtors. They're not paying a bunch of money because a properly staged home will sell like 4 times faster than an empty living room picture. And so great lead in that now you're in with this photographer and you can pitch your photography services to them as well. Down here, this really needs cleaned up. There's so much information and it all just kind of runs right into each other. Section it off into blocks or reduce how many times, do you really need to have these multiple rotations? Do you really need to have all these different options? Maybe reduce it down and section it into some sort of blocks. Downloadable forms under featured items. I just get rid of it or hide it. People don't need to come here to get this. Anyone that needs this would have it emailed to them. I'm in the wrong spot. Downloadable forms. Here we go. They can just have it emailed to them. All your releases, they're important. You need to have them, but we don't need to access them right from the main menu. Downloadable orders. It's a great concept, but I don't think it fits with the whole rest of everything that you got going on here. If you haven't had any orders from it, I'd say just get rid of it or make it an upsell. Somebody's hiring you for photography, you could take 20 pictures and then for $20 extra, they get a photo album of printable coloring book type pages. Either that or just move it over to like your Fiverr page or something like that. But I would definitely say, upsell why people do adult coloring pages rather than, hey, here's something else that we offer. Locations, I would just completely get rid of this. It's in the contact stuff that's over here on every single page, unless you're using it for some SEO, in which case hide it from your menu, maybe tuck it way down somewhere at the bottom, and add some text around what you do in each of these areas. Why choose us gets us to testimonials. I would say take this off the main menu and turn each of these, or the top 3 or 5 or 6 of them, into little blocks that can scroll through at the bottom of the home page. Testimonials are obviously very important, but the way they're set up here, there's a lot of text, a lot of reading, a lot of clicking just to get to them that I think it'd be more powerful right on the front page. If you can get permission from some of these people to put their headshot with it, their picture with it, it'd make it even more authentic. And I'd say take some of these online chicks as very cool things. They seem kind of fake, even if they are real. I don't think they provide enough value for how much room they're taking up. Our team of partners, unless you have specific people that you always send clients to, I just scrap it. It doesn't really provide much value to me, and when I see this, it makes me think that you're taking on all these projects that you don't really know how to do, unless you have contracted workers that every time you have this project come in, it goes to this person. Then showcase them specifically and say, here's our partner in our graphic design department or in our videography department. That gets us over here to the menu on the right. Good, just easy contact info right here. You might want to make these clickable. So if I'm on mobile, I can just click and it dials your number. Down here, blog roll. I'm not sure why it's called blog roll, because this isn't actually a blog here. The About Us page, you need some pictures in here once it loads. Then create a story around why people should choose you. If you're pulling most of your clients from the Pittsburgh area, play up that connection and make it so people want to get involved with your story instead of just buying from you. It might mean shaking up some text here about how you're a top quality photographer, premier, something, expert, writer. A lot of these are for SEO purposes and to get some Google search results on there. But they're kind of coming across as bragging about yourself, and then that makes me feel like, okay, you're over here, but I'm over here. It doesn't really connect everything. And then this is all just kind of a services page. It's not about who you really are, it's about what you're doing. So I don't think a lot of this is necessary. You might want to redo a lot of this, especially this services we do and do not provide. We know what you provide because it's all up here in your menus. What you don't provide, really big one, looks like it's just weddings, and if somebody requests that, you just politely refer them to somebody you trust. So I'd say just dump this whole page, this services page here. More info, not necessarily needed on the menu. Those coming to your site don't really need more info. They need to know why they should buy from you. So this could be kind of tucked away somewhere. Not something that I don't think a lot of people would actually even look at. All your social pages here, I get a plugin that moves them down to like the bottom of the page. That way they're not cluttering up this menu that I'm seeing all the time over here. Overall, you have a huge portfolio, tons of work, big variety of work. You put a lot of time into creating all this content and organizing it all to advertise it, and it makes me feel really overwhelmed the instant I land on your website. From this uninspiring title, which the words are good, it just doesn't grab me right away. This fast scrolling portfolio, this huge menu, I think it's time to pare things down and really focus on what you love, what you're great at, and what's making you the most money. Ideally, those 3 should all be the same thing. This site actually feels pretty dated. It's a lot of blocks of text. It is mobile friendly, so I know it's not really old, but it just has that early 2000s feel to it, that look to it. Bottom line is you have a lot going on. Your photography work looks like it's where you really like to focus your efforts. It's the entire front page here is taken up by it. And then there's all these little add-ons that I don't know if they're not making you money, then just move them off. VR videos, dictionary prints, rental equipment, coloring pages. Put them on your Fiverr page or something somewhere else, and really clean up this site as Jason the photographer, or Jason the writer, or Jason the creative artist, and get rid of all these little things that kind of distract you from what you really want to do here. Let's see. Consider if the words are really necessary when you're writing your descriptions. That now part that I mentioned earlier, some of those fluff filler words, we can get rid of those. Just focus on less explaining what you do and more of why people should love your work. If you're struggling with why people love your work, just reach out to your previous clients. Ask them, why did you come to me? Lots of good ideas. It's just time to narrow your focus down at what's really going and focus on what's really going to help you succeed the most.